Hey everyone, it's Chelsea Angelella with Transcending Pain. I am a mind body practitioner and a neuroplastic symptom recovery coach, teaching you how you can find freedom and live life to the fullest without chronic symptoms. So, today I am back to give you a before and after look of what it was like before I found freedom and what it's like now. So, yesterday, first of all, if you know me, you know this is a very rare occurrence that my hair is down. And there's a reason for that. So, I used to have monthly appointments. I would have routine appointments with all kinds of practitioners. And I was very obsessed with keeping my appointments because I was afraid that if, let's say, I did not go to the chiropractor on a regular basis or the massage therapist on a regular basis, I was going to be in more pain. And I kind of programmed myself to believe I would be in more pain if I did not go. I have no routine appointments anymore, except for one, which I'm about to tell you about. But yeah, so before, there was one point in time I actually saw a chiropractor 3 days a week. Can you believe that? 3 days a week I was seeing the chiropractor. And I went through this really intense treatment program where I received so many different types of therapy. It was like physical therapy, chiropractic care. I did what was it called? It's been so long. I kind of forget some of these things, which is so wild to me because it was like my life for so long. But they like would strap me in this table and they would strap my neck in and they would actually like lengthen my spine. It was like some kind of like traction device. Gosh, what was that called? Anyway, I would get trigger and point injections. I had a TENS unit that I used regularly, and then they would give me laser therapy. I had wave therapy. I did all kinds of things. Anyway, so I would see them regularly. I had massages regularly. And I would also see my specialist regularly, a neurologist, rheumatologist, whoever my specialists were at the time. But now there's only one specialist I see monthly, and she is at the spa. So it has nothing to do with trying to fix myself or get out of pain. It has everything to do with enjoying myself. And I get to live life to the fullest today. And I look forward to this appointment every month. So yesterday, this is where the hair comes in. I had a Japanese head spa treatment. And it was wonderful. Amazing. Now, before, if I would have had something like this done, probably I wouldn't have even considered it unless I was afraid of my hair falling out, which at one point I was really afraid of that. And that's basically how I viewed everything. Everything was filtered through the lens of fear and doing things to try to avoid pain or symptoms or get out of pain and symptoms. Everything was fear-based, and it had everything to do with my physical body. If, let's say, I would have done this Japanese head spa thing before, I can tell you immediately walking into that room, I would be afraid of how the bed felt. Was I going to be able to lay there for 90 minutes? That's a really long time. How would I have been able to lay there for 90 minutes without, being in excruciating pain? What if I wasn't going to be able to tolerate it? What if I would have had to get up and my head was like in the middle of like a soaking treatment or something? Like all of these fearful things would have been entering my mind. I probably would not have even been able to relax at all because I would have been so afraid of my hair being brushed, someone touching my head. I mean, my hair in and of itself would hurt me. There were times that I ended up with matted hair all over because I could not brush my hair. I did not brush my hair for like a week. maybe even longer, probably longer if I'm honest. I remember there was this one time my head ended up being a complete nest. Everything was so matted. I had to let my hair soak in conditioner for a really long time and try to slowly, gently brush my hair out. So yeah, life was really rough before. Now I have so much freedom and I get to do things simply for enjoyment. And it's amazing. Speaking of this head spa experience and whatever, um, we were kind of chatting and she had told me about some products she used. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to, check them out. I have some errands to run and I'm going to check them out. So I'm going to show you what I ended up getting on my little household shopping trip today. And I'm going to talk to you about what it was like before. So before, I was afraid of everything. I would read the label of every single thing I bought because I was so afraid of it. And I would look up every single ingredient because I was afraid of what it could possibly do to me. Of course, if you are looking for things to be wrong or to go wrong or to have bad side effects, you're going to find it. And I found a lot of that. And I was definitely terrified of everything. There was a one point in my life where my life had become so small. I had eliminated, because at one point in time, I thought synthetic fragrance was the problem. And if I just eliminated every synthetic fragrance, I would be free. Unfortunately, I might have gotten a little bit of relief temporarily, which now I understand was due to the placebo effect. But actually, all it really did was instill more fear in me, because then I was that much more afraid to be around synthetic fragrance. I couldn't go anywhere. What if someone had a candle lit in their house? What if I needed to use soap and there was synthetic fragrance in the soap that was out in the public? I mean, I would carry my own special hand sanitizer that I could use. And it was a whole thing. I ended up making my own dishwashing detergent. I made my own makeup at one point in time because I was so afraid of the chemicals that were in makeup. I literally made makeup out of like arrowroot powder and cocoa powder. And anyway, I was very scared of a lot of things. So today on my shopping trip, I did not look at a single list of ingredients, and it just made life so much more enjoyable. My shopping trip was a lot shorter. I had a much more enjoyable experience in the store. I actually got to observe all the different things that were available, and I got to choose based on what I wanted for myself, not what I felt like I had to do to protect myself. It was more just of, how can I make a decision to enjoy this experience? So I'm going to give you some examples of some things that have changed over time. First thing I got is shaving gel. I didn't use shaving gel for a really, really long time at all. And I decided, you know what? I think I'm just going to get some shaving gel. I mean, I can't even tell you, it's been years since I used shaving gel. And my husband actually, he needed some shaving cream. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I get some for myself? I haven't had that in so long. It's just one of those things that I've lived without for so long. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get some for myself. So got that. And it was really the first one I saw. That's how I made that decision, how I picked that one up. And let's see, got some deodorant. And before, I would have been very concerned about the ingredients in that. I've gone down the rabbit hole of extreme elimination of all chemicals. I found for me, what feels right for me now in this season of life is everything's okay in moderation for me. So I have a lot more freedom that way. And yes, sometimes I'll get something that seems to be more clean. With food, I really enjoy fresh, live food. It tastes good to me. I enjoy it, but I still get, Doritos or eat ice cream or whatever. For me, it's more just about trusting that my body is taking care of itself, and having a little bit of chemical here or there is not going to ruin me. My body is resilient. My body takes care of itself. It was designed to take care of itself. When my nervous system is calm and regulated and I'm taking care of myself, my immune system works properly. All the systems in my body are functioning optimally to support myself. So another product I got that I didn't look at the ingredients for was body wash. And, people can recommend things or share their experience with things and say, hey, I really enjoy this. And all I get to think for myself is, if they really enjoyed it, maybe I'll enjoy it too. Not, oh, I'm probably not going to be able to use it, because that's literally what I thought. Every time anyone ever recommended anything to me, my instant thought was, I probably can't have that. I probably can't use that. That's probably bad for me. That's probably going to hurt me. Glad that you enjoy it and it's helpful for you, but it's probably going to hurt me. Probably not going to be good for me. Oh, also, one more thing I ended up getting was some new facial cleanser, and I'm running low on mine. So I decided, and this is also something before I would have stressed about, was finding something that worked for me or that I could use and being so extremely loyal to that, I could not consider anything else. Well, today I made the decision to grab something that looks like it might be useful, because I was running out of my existing facial cleanser and they didn't have the brand that I use at the store I went to. They didn't have it I went to Target. For those of you wondering, I went to Target. And I decided, you know what? I'm just going to try this out. Why not? So much more freedom today. I can just enjoy myself. I can just be. Now, if I felt really, if I really wanted to, if I was really enjoying that cleanser and I thought like it was like the jam and I wanted it, I would have made time to go somewhere else, because I'm all about living life in a way that feels, good and helpful for me. And if that was something I was really passionate about, I would have made the time for myself to do that. Before, if I would have found a product that I really enjoyed or really liked, I actually probably would have, rather than trying something new out of excitement, it would have been, well, I feel like I don't have time to do that because I have all this other stuff to do for everyone else. And I don't want to, make an extra trip just for me. I'm here, I'll just grab this because I'm less than, like I'm last on the totem pole. So much has changed from before to now. And I continue to evolve and grow as I continue in this mind body lifestyle, because for me, this is more of a lifestyle than it is a program of recovery. So one last thing I wanted to share with you about what is different from before versus now is I used to be afraid of dirt and germs and everything. I was very obsessive about keeping things ultra clean, and I routinely changed my shower curtain at least once a month, like the shower liner, not the curtain, the liner that goes inside the shower. And now I don't even consider how long the shower curtain has been in the shower. It's just, if I notice, okay, this looks like it's worn out, time to get a new one, then I'll pick up a new one. So got a shower liner. I also was not concerned about researching it, finding out the details about anything. I just went with, I just looked to make sure it would fit my shower and that it had some weight to it so it wouldn't be blowing around in the shower. And that's about it. That's how I made the decision on the shower curtain. So much more freedom today. I can just enjoy life. Everything is so much more simple. I can be in the moment, in the experience. I can get out of my head and just be today. And it feels so good and so free. So if you're on this path of the mind body lifestyle, that's what you have to look forward to. More freedom, more enjoyment, letting go of all this chaos, all these obsessive, fearful thoughts, and just being able to be in the moment and enjoy yourself and just be free. So see you next time.